Alrighty, welcome in everybody. How we doing? I hope you're well. I'm gonna do something I don't ever do today. I'm gonna do a creative building stream. I never do these. I don't think I've ever done one in the past ever. So it's something completely new to me, and it should be interesting. So let me just quickly get my socials set up and done, and I will be with you. Alrighty, let's get into this and see where we go, shall we? Now, I'm going to show you something I started a very long time ago first. Let's hit that button first. This is an extremely old world. And when I say this was the design idea, I kind of like where I was going with it. With the cyan terracotta, the white concrete, the black for the portal frame, and into the ocean. I'm not really sure. But I'm also not sure how I'm going to continue this. But basically, my planned build is I want to do something with a ocean monument. So that is what we're going to go with. So that could be interesting, right? Not going to do it in this world because that's an old world. That's what I wanted to show you that, guys. That what that was. Brain is functioning. I promise. I promise it's functioning, mate. Yes, very good. Just beware, my system might be running slightly slower because I am creating a world in. Right, let's do that. Let's make it peaceful because that will reduce the amount of mobs. Let's do coordinates on because that's useful. Don't need that or that on. Don't care about that. Sim chunk 4, yes, good. Multi player, I'll leave that open for now because it doesn't matter if someone wants to join me, they can join me. I'm not gonna put anything else on. SV build test. Yes, I know I can't earn achievements. It's a creative world. What would I get earn achievements for? That's silly. So how are you all doing? You all had a good weekend? I hope you all had a good weekend. Why not let me book it? Well, this is kind of what I normally do. I normally just wing it, but I figured I probably shouldn't be winging it all the time. Game, creative, peaceful. Game, creative, peaceful. You can have cheats on in create. You can have cheats on in create. You can still have cheats off in creative. Why does that make sense? Ocean monument. It's a monument. That way. That way. Hopefully that gives me an ocean monument and nothing else. But the problem is monument doesn't mean ocean monument. It just means monument. It could be other things as well. Hopefully that gives me an ocean monument and nothing else. But the problem is monument doesn't mean ocean monument. It just means monument. It could be other things as well. So yeah, my build's going to be based around an ocean monument this season. At least that is the plan. I'm going the wrong way completely. That number needs to go up, so I need to go this way. And the fact we've got bird plans. There'll be some chaos type build. Nice. I usually do build on the fly, but I thought with this whole massive idea I've got going on, I probably should do a little bit of something else. That is a drowned temple. Okay, I need to go further that way, a long way further that way. I could just TP, that would make life a lot easier, wouldn't it? Minus 952 by 230. Problem is, when they announce a new season, I've still got stuff still. On the old to finish what the old season had going on. I don't know if anybody else has that, but that's what I have. Alright, here we go. Right, I need to just sort the music out, the prank that's stopped on me already. Would you like to carry on playing my music? And Twitch is being twitchy. Got a bit of a lag going on as well, which I don't like the idea of, but it's because I'm in the solo world, not a server covered world. If I was in a world with the server instead of solo world, it'd be better. YouTube's got 30-second delay on it, which makes life a lot easier. Twitch doesn't have that luxury. Right. So yes, Ocean Monument. Slash effect, night vision. Get some night vision going. We can see what's going on underwater. This looks like quite a decent ocean monument. Obviously, this won't be exactly what mine looks like on the new world because I don't know what the new world looks like yet. And it won't be decided until after the update, probably. But if I just hop down here and I do all the way to the bottom, try to get as close to the middle as we can, and I do slash fill I'll get rid of all the kelp. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it this way or not. Yes, you can do it this way. Good. I need to be a height on that too, don't I? So let's do like 25. Too many blocks. Okay, we'll come out and go higher in the water. Still too many blocks. Okay, I need to come down by the numbers then. I get 25. This I try to save time doing this, and I always end up wasting time doing it instead, because the amount of time it takes to fill it. So 25 doesn't do anything. I'll come over here and do it again. But I'm filling up behind me. Or something. What's it actually filling? I don't know. I don't know what it's doing. Anyway, let's do something different. I think it's cool because you're going from underground to the Skywalker. Yeah, it's usually quite a big thing to do. Oh, I actually cleared all this side. That's what happened. So I am clearing stuff. I'm just clearing it miles away from myself. Just want the kelp out of the way. And we are clearing it slowly. It's because that way. Okay, so we'll go that way. There we go. Go down. There we go. Right, so they got a lot of the kelp around the monument, which is good. Still a bit on the far side. But what I want to do is get some glass to start with, so I can get it all drained out. I also need to figure out exactly what I'm going to do with the pallet. Now, pallet-wise, I kind of want to incorporate some copper. Insanely of me, I know, but I think wax, you know, oxidized copper would be quite good. Because copper's quite new still, so having some oxidized copper, doesn't matter if it's waxed or not. White concrete, that's wool. I'll go a bit further down for concrete. That's powder. Concrete, mud. I want cyan terracotta. What's a cyan terracotta? Yeah, cyan terracotta always looks good. Then we want something to stand out a little bit as well. Go get some purple glass. And I need to figure out exactly how we're going to make this palette work. I think I might need a bit more black going on as well, or darker colors at least. So maybe we'll get some deep slate thrown in there as well. We'll get tiles. Let's just put a palette idea up on this surface, shall we? So this is going to be kind of the palette idea. We're going to have a bit of this going on with some of that on the top, like mixed in with it. Some of this with some of this. Some of that with some of that. A bit of that action. You'll put the black concrete over there. That kind of transcends quite nicely throughout the colours. I quite like that. Put some copper over here to see what that looks like. That looks pretty good, actually. Now we got to do is figure out how we're going to build with it. I like the purple glass in there. That doesn't make a big difference. It makes a massive difference in what it's going to be color-wise. So now I've had a few ideas of what to build. Let's go delete this again because I don't need this now. I've got palette idea I've kind of got in place. I'm not going to go too heavy on the copper. That's going to kind of be the accenting block. So the heavy stuff, we're going to go deep slate. Now, I have seen people do... I'm going to do something I haven't done before. Let's start with a rim around the thing, like 2 blocks out. Lots of copper already. No, I'm not going fully with copper. I just want to measure out around the outside edge of this place by 2 blocks. One, two, up we go. So I'm gonna obviously, you know, with the map of the interior spawn locations, the spawn map. Obviously, I'm gonna be using this for a Guardian farm, obviously. Be rude not to. Basically the plan is the Guardian Farm will be the main central location of the farm, of the build. But we're going to have, like, a double farm going on. We're not going to have a singularity farm. So you're not going to have, like, 4 spawn locations. We're going to have 8 spawn locations. Just trying to spread it out slightly better. They're going to have 6 sets of storage for it. 8 sets of storage for it, sorry, not the 2 I was planning on. No, sorry. I can have 4 lots of storage for it instead of the 2 I was planning on going for. That's what I was trying to say. Wow, words being difficult for me today. One. I said kelp again, isn't it? Yeah. So the bottom of this will probably be lower than this. I was trying to get a rough idea of the border, so I can do stuff like. What I'm thinking of doing is. That's actually going to work out quite nice. I just want to see if this works. It might not even work, to be honest. Basically, it's going to stage in. We'll go a bit higher than that. Oh, one stage in underwater. No, not black. And then that's going to run up the inside of there. And I'm actually going to delete that again. Now I've got a idea in my head of what I'm going to start doing. Unless you want that to be there for me to see what I'm doing. That can go away. So that's then going to drop in and be like this. As it breaks the surface. And then we'll move in again. And we're going to have like a centralized tower that's kind of like this. On all 4 sides. It's going to be better if I get some more of the filling done. How many blocks to go up on that one? We should do a kind of each. It doesn't matter. We're pallet testing and stuff like that for now, so we're just going to do it randomly for now. That marks it moving in again. And that comes all the way up, and then boom. And then that does that again. And you kind of get the rough idea of what I'm looking at for the design for that. Kind of staged in tower. But then it's going to have other bits going on in the middle as well. So it's going to have the steps. So like it's going to step across there. Hopefully, if my plan works out in my head. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to pull this across. We can't have that going on. Then we can put glass kind of in the middle here. So what we could do is have this sunk back. And have it as an underwater viewing thingy-mabob. And then the glass can go in there. And that can be, obviously the floors can be down here, like, you know, what, 35 or whatever. So that's going to be like your viewing platform. And where it hits the ground is where we can put most of the deep slates. It's actually mostly concrete and terracotta, which makes it a very tricky build. I like the fact that terracotta's coming on the front of there. Let's get a facade in place. Let's do one side. Get a rough idea of what this is going to look like. Seems normal for you to have a trick build. What do you mean a trick build? A build that looks like something else. This is me doing just getting started on this though. This is nothing. But I like the idea of adding a viewing window into the main build. I suppose it could look because it looks like a portal. Let's kind of get one facade started, and then we can figure out how we're gonna make things look. It'll be quite good. Oh, tricky. Yeah, that sounds more like it. I do trick builds as well, though, don't I? Because I do builds that are one dimension, and I make them look like they should be a different dimension. So obviously this isn't going to be here. Not above that level, anyway. What's really tricky about it is we getting all this concrete. I know what I'm like. I'll end up using 20 odd shulkers of each sand and gravel to make the concrete for this thing. And that won't be enough. Because I just know what I'm like when it comes to building this sort of thing. I'm looking at this thinking maybe I should do a deep slate cutoff. So like we get to like this level here, and below that it's deep slate instead. And we got kind of a deep slate cutoff level. Where's my thing? Nope, not high enough. Go forward a bit further. Better. Right, work with that. I kind of need to fill this bit over here as well. Get rid of the gravel over here. Gravel. Deep. Bloody kelp. Fine, I'll go this way. How you gonna do it? It'll do. Making underwater builds is always so much harder than doing like regular builds as well. Making them underwater makes them way more difficult. Obviously, I want to get this to this level down here. So all the gravel down here needs to be gone. Now, I could delete the monument at the same time as doing this, I know, but I'm not doing that. Normally the monument will cut it off for me, but it hasn't done this time. Oh, I'm nearly there. We is nearly there. All good. Wow, I'm actively losing followers today. Nothing bots. Getting deleted. Right, so let's run this along the base and see what this looks like. Which is the only reason I deleted that lot. I want to see what this looks like with D-Slate running along the bottom. Just make the build a little bit cheaper for me, actually, because I'm going to need to go diamond mining anyways. So actually, if I do it, so where's the first? Oh, the first step's there. So if I do it maybe to there, with deep slate there, so the deep slate's to the bottom level of that, that would look quite good. Believe it or not, this entire build is not going to have any prismarine in it. So any prismarine I have, I'm going to be selling. I might use sea lanterns, but I'm not planning on actually using any prismarine in this build. Not on the exterior anyway. I might use some inside, but not on the outside. Right, let's run the white concrete along. Can I place? Thank you. Oh my days, placed in the right place. Damn game hates me, I swear. On that all solid white. I think I'm gonna make that all solid white because concrete's easy to get hold of than terracotta. It's not, that's a lie. Could put a copper accent in there, I suppose. Right, so we need to make this match up over here. So ideally what I need to do, run that concrete along there to match the other side, and then I know where the terracotta comes up to. I put that terracotta in the wrong place on that. What have we done on that side? Two blocks out. This is 2 blocks out. This is supposed to be 1 block further in. If that's there, it's supposed to come from there. And then that goes into that block there. Redix, welcome in. How you doing? On the old YouTube side, how are you doing? Welcome in. Appreciate you hanging out. Doing something that I don't normally do. It's a very rare thing for me to do a bit of creative building, but I felt like doing it today because the season's going to be starting soon, the new one. And I figured, what the hell? Be quite an interesting way of doing it. What I'm doing. So that needs to come up. And that's that corner there. And that comes up. That's not quite, it's too high. And again, we'll draw the white concrete across. And that's going to continue up. How have I messed that up? That's right. That's not right. It doesn't matter. This is just me spitballing my ideas anyway. That's a tall build. That's nothing. That's gonna be nothing compared to what's gonna be finishing like. Right, so this is actually one block too far out. This whole pillar. Did I step it in earlier? I did. I stepped it in down there, didn't I? That's what I haven't done on this side. I haven't stepped it in far enough yet. Supposed to step in there. Okay, so that's short, lol. It's short at the moment. It's nothing on what I'm planning on doing. Obviously, I might bring these in a bit more frequently as well, so it might come in and be a bit more shaped. I think it probably will be. It's really short and stubby at the moment. It's really short and stubby, and I'm not sold yet on. Means that one goes away. That goes in place instead. That's to remember actually step it in, doesn't it? Alright. That's better. See, I'm doing this, and it probably won't end up anything like this on the flip side. Like, genuinely, it probably won't end up anything like this on the flip side. So, yeah, that comes in, and that goes up there, so that ends up being a single strand. That comes in, goes up. You know, I don't like that. Let's just step in. It also needs a lot more other colours going on than it currently has. So what it should be doing, every time I step it in, I should do that and have a cross beam of the cyan terracotta on the build. And then that's wrong again because that needs to step in again. Oh, it has already stepped in. Design stream. Ooh, I know, right? Teddy designing something? What's going on? Why didn't I think of that? I know you could have done such a good stream with you designing your stuff. Right, so we've got that window there. Now here could be a perfect spot for us to put our first bit of copper in as well. Just see what the copper's looking like. And that's supposed to be step back a block. Dang it. No, I don't like it. Step back and leave it there. So I'll change my mind about that. We're not stepping that back. We'll leave that out like that. That'll look better. And that goes away. And then what we could do is sink back in some copper. I don't know how this is going to look. I was going to throw stuff together and see what happens. See what sticks. Random copperization. Don't want it in front of. That kind of did look cool. Need to go mountain hunting, also need mangrove, mud, and sandstone. Yeah, you got a lot planned on yours. See, that kind of looks kind of cool as well. Just having random mishmash of copper going on. That does look pretty cool doing that. I want it to be random. I don't want it to be, you know, oh, you got a bit there, too much of one. Doesn't matter. Oh, I built an iron farm. I know you told me. That was really cool. Glad you figured out how to do the iron farm yourself. Again, this is going to be like, obviously none of this is going to be waterlogged. This is going to be quite a difficult thing to build with the grates. Probably be a case of breaking the block and putting the grate in, rather than doing it like that. So you're going to need loads of copper. I know, I'm not sold completely on the copper idea with that yet. It also feels too wide. It's like, it's too flat. It needs more definition to it. I was thinking of doing it square, but square isn't working. It needs something else with it. I showed you at the start the circular build I did for unknown SMP. And I was kind of thought myself, I'm gonna go somewhere along the lines of a circle. Then I remembered how much I hate building circles, and I was like, nah, let's not do a circle. But I'm liking this even less, because it's just too flat. Even with this contrast I'm throwing in here. It is just far too much flatness going on. I mean, the copper looks alright. It needs something definition down below. It needs something to break it up. It's not looking how I want it to look. Maybe I need to make it hexagonal instead of square. That's going to make it a much more tricky build, though. I'm gonna, or maybe heptagonal. It's heptagonal. Octagonal. Octagonal would be best. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 8 sides. I watched you build loads of iron farms. Just have to double check dimensions on YouTube. Fair enough. If you want to mention, if you check in mine, that's a really bad idea. Alex, welcome in. How you doing? Depending on the wow. Not sure what you're wowing at. I'm not sure what I'm doing with this thing yet. This is kind of me just throwing stuff together and seeing what I think of it. This is kind of how I do create a building. I just throw it together. If I like it, I keep it. If I don't, I rip it back out again. You're good more than me. I don't normally do this. This is something I normally avoid at all costs. I do like that big window down there. I think that looks really cool. It's just what's going on around it is too flat. This is okay. Maybe we could bring... This is a bit of a random idea. Bit of that maybe, just to break it up a little bit. Get out of the way, Kelp. Go away. I don't want you here. I'll break every block underneath you if I have to. Don't care how much mess I make, it's a creative build. Doesn't matter. I don't want Kelp. Go away. Nope. Not having it. Nope. Nope. Go away. Don't like it. Nope. Stop making a mess of my build. That's made it look better already. Just the deep slate bit like that makes it look better. Should we just try that and try and bring that down as well? Just like in the gaps, we'll bring that down a bit too. See, that brings it more definition. That is definitely better than the leaving it blank. So I think we're going to go with that. I think that's actually a really good idea. That just really separates everything out. Go away. Get in the way. No, lag. I'm on a single player world. Why am I lagging so badly? See, that makes a massive difference to it. That really does fix a lot of it. But then when we get to the copper part of it and we just start throwing in, you know, random bits of copper. This can come out quite good. I say quite. Maybe. Maybe. No, stop placing in front of. Well, actually, the odd random block in front might look good too. Throw a few randoms in the front. Why not? Let's have a look. See what happens. Oh, stupid cow. Go away. Get out my vision. Hang on. I'm not in the water. But that's better. Best way to get rid of it, just pick it up. Did you delete it? Oh, no, good. That's Shadow of a doubt. That makes it look so much better. I was going to run that all the way on the top, but it doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm going to do this on all four sides. I'm going to need a lot of copper. Right, do I like that? See, it's got more definition now. It's done, yeah. Actually, with the bits of copper sticking out the front, it actually looks kind of good too. Just the old random copper blocks sticking out. What else would look quite good? We're underwater. It'd break up the color-wise a bit more too. I'm getting into detailing now. I don't normally detail nothing. I mean, we could do a little bit of this along here as well. Because it's underwater, you're going to get seagrass around, aren't you? Let's get the 2 tall ones. Oh wait, I just hit that again for a 2 tall, didn't I? No, apparently not. You have to genuinely bone meal a single high one to make a 2 tall one. That is a pain. And then do that. Oh, not that far over. That's better. And then last one. Nope, don't like that. I got two tall ones next to each other. Don't like that at all. There we go. Right, what do we think? I'm liking that. That base around the bottom of that looks better. Now we've broken up a little bit, it looks better. I'm not sure about the copper layer still. I think that might need to change out for something else again. I'm not sure. But then with this is going to be interesting. If we're going to start getting odd a little bit. Potentially. And tricky. Just to point out the fact I like doing tricky builds. Gonna do a couple to start with, just to see. No, we'll do black behind actually. Again, thinking definition's sake, so we do this. This might look totally weird, but yeah, whatever. Oh, but this is just me spitting ideas. This may not actually end up looking like anything I'm going to build. I reserve the right to change anything in this build. Anything you see today may or may not happen. It depends whether I decide I like it at the end or not. I might go for something totally different. The biggest thing you need to know is I'm building an ocean monument base. That is the biggest thing you need to know. Some of these designs I'm throwing in might hang around, some of them may not. So like that, that looks really cool. That looks like the start of a skyscraper. Really what I'm going for, but hey. Actually, what we might do here, because we're well out of the water, let's delete that bit completely. Have that there and then bring that in like so. And yes. You know what I'm doing there? Then if I do that all the way around, I'm just gonna do a facade for now. Then we can get. I don't care about going that far across. I want to try and figure out. I'm not even gonna do a full facade. I want to just do one corner. Because even doing this, I always find myself running out of time. I don't have a massive amount of time to stream today, so it's one of those things that I'd rather get an idea in my head of how things are gonna look. So I'll come around the front and it's like that. Let's get some more of this in. Because I quite like this. This looks pretty good. I see lots of fish in my future as well, in this farm, this area. I say that as in, I'm probably going to have a fish farm in here as well. Thus avoiding all of the spawn locations for the dudes. If I can find a warm ocean one, I'll have a fish farm. But that's actually making it harder for me to find a ocean monument, because I think I might end up going for a warm ocean one. Just for the giggles. I also might switch this out. So this is 2 and 2, not 1 and 1. Give it a bit more width and makes the glass a bit more prominent. Alright, we'll put it to a vote, shall we? We can do a vote on this. Do one side with one wides and one side with 2 wides. I've only done about half of it, so we can try it out. Let's do that the 2 wide. Don't hurt me. Dumb llama. I call it a dumb llama because his friend's down here with one llama's in water. And the other llama's still stuck up there because they're dumb llamas. That's wrong. It's supposed to be 2 and 2. One, 2, that one there. think doing the 2 wide one will actually be easier in the long run. Okay, so that's actually white at the end, but we can ignore that. That's fine. I've done that because I didn't do the right number of singles, apparently. Didn't end it with a... I feel like the 2 wides are going to win it. I really do. I feel like the 2 wides are going to be a better pick. I don't know how I put that there, but okay. Get off. Okay, baseball question here. Go on then. You do that. I'll punch you off and let you find a drown. Oh wait, it's on peaceful mode. There's no drown. We are going to an ad break. 30 seconds. Away we go. Good. Right. When the ad break finishes, I'll get you guys' opinions on these. I want you guys' opinions. Right. Left or... Oh, it's got to be left. Left is so much nicer. Yeah, the 2 wide's way better than the 1 wide. We've got the wavy bottom. I like the wavy bottom. That little window there I quite like. The copper I'm still not 100% sold on. If I get some kind of patination with the copper, it might look better. So... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We do 7 by 7. About 3 wide. I'll do 1 3 wide at this end just to see what it looks like. Three wide be best for distance. 2 or 3 has got me where we go with it. I think 3 wide is the best one. Actually, now you mention, now you put it in my head. Actually, kind of cool when it fades down from wide to narrow, but I think 3 wides we're going to go with it. 3 wide's going to work. Three wide's easy to change over as well. We'll just take that one out. Put the black concrete in behind. And then goes the glass. And then that's going to go away. That's got to be white. Yeah, 3 wide's definitely the way forward with it. I think that's going to look kind of cool. I don't think we'll go for bigger than 3 wide. If we do 3-2, 3-2, that would look quite good. Also, just to put myself on brand. As we got a bit of green going in with the copper. Why don't we try green on this as well? The green's kind of on brand for me, so we kind of got to go a bit green, really, haven't we? So the green works too. The purple looks better, but the green does work. So yeah, the green does look better, but the purple works too. But up here, I'm gonna put this all the way across, decided. So that's going to be the base. That's basically the inner workings of the base in there. We're going to have the farm, and we're going to have, well, we're going to have all the farms going on down there. Going to drain all the water out. Going to be a big project. I need to make sure I'm fully geared up before I even consider starting this project. And fully gathered up about 10 shulkers of concrete and terracotta and deep slate and glass and everything else I'm going to need. Problem is the iron farm. I want to put an iron farm in here as well. Oh, the iron farm could go up in the upstairs part. Although saying that, if I find somewhere that's got one of these with an island nearby, so we've got like an island over there, we've got another thing over there, I might put my starter base on the island and then actually build out from that. Yeah, the purple looks so much nicer than the green. Copper, I'm still 50-50 over that copper. I really am. I might eliminate the copper. What can we put instead of the copper? Could go orange. That'd be too much. That'd be too much contrast. I think that'd be too bright. Could repeat that. So we have 4 deep slates. We could switch that row out there for deep slate, that white concrete. Have the deep slate coming up, and then have the terracotta coming down again. But that might look weird as well. I'll leave that for now. We'll come back to that. And then for the upstairs part of the base, this is where we get interesting. Where it gets very interesting. I've got an idea in my head what I want to do with this, but it's going to take some thinking about how to put it together. We're basically going to look at the face of the base. Okay, this is going to be the face of the base. It's not going to look like an actual face. Don't get scared. It won't look like an actual face. Right, I need the middle. Easier said than done. Actually, it's easier to do because the middle's there. So that one. That one. Yeah, that's the middle 2 blocks. Needs to come further forward. This might work, it might not. I don't know how we're going to deal with this. That's too sharp, too quick. That's too sharp, too quick. Keep that the same height. Let's do that. Got to bear in mind that's got to go that way as well, though. I like that, but it needs to be a bigger scale. So this needs to be... Bear in mind, I want to go around the entire width of this thing. So the hardest bit is going to be building the top half of this, believe it or not the bottom half. Might look semi-recognizable as well. That's 5. I'd do that. And then, oh, maybe go one more out. Have it come in one as we go. No, actually, don't want to do that. We'll do it that way. It's still going to go out, but I want to see how far out it goes. That's better. That's a better width. I like that better. But this is going to be the hard bit of the base, because this is going to be a very tricky bit to build. Basically, what's going to happen is this is going to step up, and it's going to wrap around the entire width, and it's going to step up all the way around. Which is going to make it very difficult. We'll get the white bit inside, which is not going to step around. And it's going to be kind of cool and weird, but cool at the same time. If you feel me. So something along those lines like that. Now it's starting 2 on 2. Is that too low? Should I start that at 4 instead and then go up a bit faster? Better. Yeah. Now you're wondering why I'm doing it like this. I'm actually planning on having statues kind of over here. I'm not sure what of yet, but I just feel like statues on there look quite good. And I might make it so you guys get to pick the statues. I don't know. so we'll do one more of those. Bro, your channel is dead. Bro, I don't need to stream on YouTube. I'm brand new to streaming on YouTube, so what do you expect? I stream on Twitch. That's where everyone's at. But I'll open a YouTube channel, YouTube as well, so people can still see YouTube if they want to. So, you know, it is what it is. People want to chat, they chat. They don't, they don't. They want to lurk, they can lurk. No obligation to chat if you don't want to. I'm doing something I don't normally do. I am building on camera in creative. I never do this. If I do that. And then have that come out again. I'm trying to make this a circle. A bit of a circle. Not a proper circle, probably, but a bit of a circle. We got like 8, 5, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2. This reads 3. And then could do Wally, welcome man, how you doing? What are you going to check in them points? 180 points right now, Wally. Obviously, I will figure out and centralize this better when I actually get to build this thing. At the moment, it's not even close. So that's 3, and then this is a 5, 3, 4, 5. That one needs to start there. I haven't got Bird as a mod on YouTube. I should probably do that, right? Let's confirm this is an 8. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, that's a 10. That's got to be a 10. I am creative building a design for a base for next season. And I'm kind of liking the progress we're making. I didn't like it at the start. But as we're getting further in, I'm liking it more and more. So it's getting there. I'm liking how it's looking, honestly. Hard for me to say that. I don't normally like stuff I'm building in creative when I start building stuff in creative. I don't normally start building in creative, but I thought, yeah, why not? Give it a go. I suppose what I should do is measure out this as well. Make sure I'm not overlapping. So this is total of. So that's where that ended. 1. This is 2 blocks, 3 blocks in that pillar. Let's just cut a little bit there. Stupid game. Right. No, break. Thank you. That's 2. Three. Alright, it's more than 3. Hit 4. Oh wait, no, I started there, didn't I? So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 actually total. That's fine. We can make that. Well, I've got that lined up. That's fine. That ends there. That's what I need to know. Run that across there. I just want a rough idea. It's going to be set back as well, I think, rather than set forward. This is a monument, it's not a perfect square either. We've got to take that into account. This was 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then this goes up to meet there. But it should probably go up a bit more than the other ones do, because it's 10, isn't it? So not going to be able to go up a single level, it's going to go up more than one. Otherwise, this build is not going to get as tall as I want it. Well, this part of the build is not going to get as tall as I want it. So we got 2-step, 4-step, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-step, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-step. Make it. Let's go a bit narrower with that step up. To make it feel like a bit more a step up then, haven't we? Oh, it's not going to step up as hard as I want it to go. This is going to be another 5. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deep slate underneath. This might even overstretch the back of this thing. I don't know yet. We'll find out in a minute. It's 5 and then 1, 2, 3. We're on blocks. 1, 2, 3. We got 10, 5, 3, 5, hang on, what? 10, 5, 3, 2. And then we got 2. Yeah, it's definitely set back right to the back of this thing. Let's get the circle in place first, and I can build it up as I go around, can't I? Eddie, why don't you use fill? Don't use fill. It makes sense. I know it would. Yeah, I might have to move this forward a bit when I kind of build it in survival. Let's build it in creative though. I can get a rough idea of how I'm going to build it. And interior wise, as I said, we're gonna have we've got a monument, so we're gonna do a guardian farm. The most of my lighting up we do done with sea lanterns. And I might throw some prismarine in here, I don't know. Probably not outside, probably inside. Because it's not gonna fit the palette in the slightest. How far off am I? I'm pretty far off still. Alright, that's probably going to cover that. Need to come forward, match that off with there. You're a good builder, a lot better than me. I can't build for nothing. See, I don't normally do this. This is something I don't normally do. I'm normally like, I want to do a build and I'm just going to wing it. I'm going to see what materials I have and I'm going to start building. But the problem is then I end up building everything out of like stone and deep slate. And I want to kind of mix it up a little bit this season and build something different. Now, I'm kind of going back to a palette I've worked with before to a point. The cyan and the white, the cyan terracotta and the white concrete is kind of a classic palette that a lot of people use when they're building modern builds. But I kind of like the idea of throwing in the deep slate with it, because the deep slate looks really quite nice. Obviously, this won't be blocks when I come to build it in actual game. It'll be slabs because we're going to have a Guardian farm below there. I don't want solid blocks by my Guardian farm, so we're not going to have. I'm not going to do that. We're going to have a bit of a mix up. So we got 1, 1. Then we go 2, 3, 5, 10, 5, 3, 2, 1, 1. I need to come build that a bit further out because it's not far enough. So this one is on 1, 1. Then I need to go 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's because I'm doing a creative solo world. I'm also dual casting to YouTube, which doesn't like my system very much. How have I done? Why have I done this side shorter? What have I done? What have I missed? There's more than one. Oh, there's 3. There's 4 1. There's 3 1s. That's why. This is why I did it like this, because I made a mess of it. Two, 3. This is why I did it like this, because now I can make a mess and get away with it. For 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What exactly am I building anyway? I don't know. I'm just building. Have I messed up the front as well? No, I've got 3 1s. Right, this is 957, and that's 948. 948, 957. So that's fine. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Oh, that's why. Very good. I know what I'm building. It's fine. I say I know what I'm building. I don't know what I'm building. I'm building like a random modern-esque shape thing. Just build it. Yeah, pretty much. So if I come around the front to where I've been experimenting, this is me experimenting with my base build. Essentially, what I'm doing. I'm going to ignore the green. I'm going to put that back to purple. I decided I don't like the green. The green's going away. Don't need no green. But what we're going to have is this is going to go up and up and up. And the touch 3, got 1. I don't want to go up too fast, but I don't want to go up too slow, so... Purple looks better. I know it does. I'm going to break my brand. I'm going to go black and purple. Because why not? The base is nowhere near done. This is literally just the start of it. Bear in mind, this is the outside shell that I'm building right now. Now, do I make it... No, I'll do it in twos like we did over there. This one can go up. I can't go build a house. Rely on me exactly. The darn peaks, the roof, never come right at all. There. The bottom wall that you did, base of the building. Yeah. I quite like what I'm doing with it. I do. It's just a bit random, and I guarantee it's not gonna be the first time that someone's built this style of build. And somebody on YouTube like, you're not the first person to build that one. Blah blah built that in whatever SMP they were on, and it's like, yeah, probably. Oh, should have done that. I need a drink now. One moment, please. Better, right. This is where the cyan terracotta is going to come in handy, having a lot of it. This is going to get a very, 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 very tall build. And you figure out a curved roof bits up. Yeah, it's not too bad to do that, to be fair. You can do it as simply as I did it if you wanted to. Right, let's lift that again. So this again, this is kind of a something I haven't done really, kind of build, not in build style so much, but is in the build I'm going to be building is an ocean base. I've never really built an ocean base. So this could be fun. It's also getting very, 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 very tall. Each one of them is over 30 blocks. Nearly 30 blocks. I just want to get this bit finished and just want to see what it's looked like when it's done. I'm kind of getting impatient with this now. Unfortunately, map edit's not a thing we have in Bedrock Edition. Java have it. We don't. I can't just do like, oh yeah, I want to place that, that, and that like that. Doesn't work like that. Not allowed. Right. Nearly there. Clashy Gamer, welcome in. How you doing? Everyone on the YouTube, how you doing? Welcome, well. We are currently creative building my new base that we're going to have on season, whatever season we're on, the Slackville, when Slackville. Go for a drink. Jen, welcome in. How you doing?
First!
And Jen, come in first as well. I'm going to have the drink because the drink's probably needed, even though I just had one. Welcome in, Jen. Wow, words. It's good Bird typed in YouTube chat at the same time. It threw me off. I blame Bird, okay? Bird's fault. Yeah, another chat. Yep, that's also my mod. Let's drop that down. Don't forget, guys, if you're on Twitch, come hang out on YouTube as well. We have got the YouTube stream open. And if you want to go hang out over there and drop a lurk and, you know, a like, would be much appreciated. Always blame Bird, I know, right? I mean, what? I did say it. Jen said it. Not me. That's the 3. Oh, I'm getting excited to see what this looks like when I've done this. Only once have I ever built this thing. Like, built something like this before. And that was in creative as well, ironically. He's not on YouTube, because I haven't made a mod on YouTube yet, because I keep forgetting to do it, but he is on Twitch. But, yeah, we chat more on Twitch than YouTube. YouTube's there to encourage new people to say hello. And you did, so welcome. We appreciate you. Because you've done exactly what the YouTube thing's there for. You come and say hello. That one did drop down. I thought we were playing Gary for nearly everything. Yes. When the trolling happens, Gary gets blamed. Yes. Always Gary's fault. Yes. Hashtag blame Gary. Mm-hmm. There's dying on a boat on hardcore, then blame Bird. Yeah. Exactly. Tell me on YouTube. When I get to know you better, yes. But did I get to know you better? Unfortunately not. This one elevated, yes it was. That one was one lower. And this one was the same height as that one. And that's one lower. I'd die within 10 minutes on hardcore. To be fair, my hardcore death was probably one of the worst that you could actually get. My hardcore death was really not, because you won't have any mods on YouTube. I have mods that I haven't set up yet. It's fine. Also have me. I'm a very good mod if I want to be. I need to be. I have multi-chat open. I see my YouTube chat and I see my Twitch chat at the same time. I don't know how many in-games I actually any game days. Yeah, any game days. That's good enough. I don't know how many in-game days I lasted because I don't know. I haven't paid that much attention. Oh yeah, Mercedes is a mod, isn't she? I keep forgetting I got her as a mod over there. Bear with 1 moment, please. Boop. There you go. Right, Bird is now a mod over there. As I said, they would be. That 3, that looks like a 3. Can I check out another YouTuber while I'm streaming live? No, I cannot. And that's a good way to get yourself a timeout, so I would behave. He's another small streamer. Mm-hmm. Well, if you want to get noticed, then you know I have got a Discord they can come hang out in. The Pringles guy, what's this? This is creative building. This is Teddy trying to build something interesting. Trying being the appropriate word. Because Teddy's not brilliant at building. So it's always entertaining. Mm-hmm. Need to figure out if I've got the curvature of this right as well. So I've got this set as a full circle, but I've kind of want to make sure I've got the height set right. It seems a bit low at the moment still. But that may not necessarily be a bad thing. So we'll see. When we get over to the this bit being finished, I might increase the heights a little bit faster. Do you curse? I do not. My stream is PG-13. Meaning I do not intentionally curse, and I do try and keep things family friendly in terms of the subjects used. Obviously, being PG-13, things can happen occasionally, but cursives do get used. But usually mild cursives and not the usual full-blown ones. Right, does that look the same? Yes. Right, let's fly out and have a look, see what we're looking at in terms of what we're doing in terms of the lookage. See, it doesn't feel big enough. I like it, but it doesn't feel big enough. I'll just do a little bit at the front. Because you're family friendly or something. I appreciate that. Five, and then actually what we're gonna do, I'm gonna make it extremely confusing. Extremely confusing indeed. Right, this could be fun. And then that's there. Alright, let's get some of the white in so you guys can see what I'm up to here. This kind of, yeah, it looks like a trophy. Not what I'm going for, but it does kind of look like a trophy. I won't argue that fact. Three, four, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5. Well, that one is the one I'm using, so that can go away. I'll just try something with this little tiny bit here, see if I like it or not. If it doesn't work, I'm not going to bother. Give it more of the terracotta in. Ooh, how do I do that? Because that's got to be there. I'll just do that. That'll work, right? Yeah, that'll work. Bro, I'll be back later. Sorry you're sad. I'm not sad. Why'd I be sad for? Just chilling out, streaming. That's what we're doing. What we're here for. I get sad every time someone leaves. I wouldn't be a very good streamer. I'm not gonna lie. Right, do I like that? That actually looks really quite cool. I'm just questioning, is that big enough? The gap? Or do I make it a bit bigger? So we got 5. So we do 6, 7, 8. What do you reckon? The little side or the big side? Yeah, I'm not sure about that at all now. I'm looking at it, thinking maybe I shouldn't have the cyan terracotta there at all. And we should just have that go up and have windows in there instead. So, like, we do 8 tall. So let's get this 8 tall. So, in the front, what we'll do. Kind of perfect for laying up a window. How tall's this one? Hey, you can't see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, that could actually be my portal. I'll leave it as glass for now, but that could genuinely be my portal. That'd be a seriously cool way of hanging a portal. Then we can have a floor in behind this level here. Oh, yeah, okay, that's what's going on. I was wondering what the conversation between Jen and Bird was. I have to read it back quickly. Yeah, I quite like that. I just had a really random idea of making that the middle and having that start opening up the other way and make it one giant Iosauron type thing. And that would look really weird, though. It'd be quite funny, though. Yeah, we could do that like the portal. That would work really quite well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Kitten, welcome on in. How you doing? Is that going to be the portal? Maybe. I'm kind of liking the idea of that being the portal, because that looks really quite cool. I need something going on there. What can we put in there to try and break it up? I'm kind of thinking back to the copper. We could put like a vein of copper running through here on the same level as the I know I'm building a white build, but I don't want to be solid white all the way through. Oh, lagging. Stop lagging, game. How tall is this? 1, 2, 6. Thanks, can't. 2 more. That needs to come up one more. Just trying to think of how I can incorporate a bit of copper into this and not have it look out of place. Yeah, that doesn't look bad, actually. I wonder if that's too much to then throw that in between the layers. Do another one of those on top. And then drop more white concrete on top of that. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 above would be exactly the right level. We've got 8 below and 8 above. Would that work? That would actually work. I actually quite like how that looks. And then what we could do, we can actually step that back a bit, so that comes in a block like that. And that works really quite well. Or do I want to continue that up? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to do the top half of this build. I think I've got the bottom half kind of set. I quite like the bottom half of that as is. I like that a lot. And what we could do behind here, obviously that'd be the lower floor, which would be slabs, not blocks, by the way. We can't have blocks, we need just slabs. Then what we can do is have a floor in behind here, so this would be a floor behind here. This might be the main storage there, which would be... That's 74, it's 86, that's 12 blocks above that floor. Obviously the Guardian Farm's down there. That's all we drained out. Make things interesting for myself. And what I'm planning on doing with this is taking the northwest corners. So this one we got 4 spawn points. And then moving over 10 blocks and getting the other 4 with 9 spawn, the other 9 by 9 4 spawn point one there, and having 2 of them instead of 1. So I have a mass 8 shaft Guardian Farm, so I can spread it out further. That's basically the goal with that: spread it out further. But because it's in that corner, I need to make sure there's no blocks above it. There's just air gap, which could be interesting. It doesn't matter actually if you've got blocks over it, it still works with blocks over it, because obviously they spawn inside with blocks over them, so But they do spawn better when they're not got blocks over them. So yeah, I could do this level storage. That'd be interesting. So how are we going to do how are we going to top half of this build? How are we going to put a roof on it? I mean, I could literally just like, so this is the next stage in here. I could actually get rid of that and have that come up again. I think I prefer it like that. It doesn't look even. It is even, but it doesn't look it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go 8 again. The reason I'm going so tall with this is because the back half is taller than the front half. And this eventually will catch up. So when I get to the top, hang on, let me just do this. Either that, or I have this pattern repeated at the top, and have it so it's got kind of a glass roof, because that would look kind of cool. So you have the repeat with the concrete on the inside, like that's the bottom, and then we do 8 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, it's only 7. Fine, whatever. We one taller than that one, so it's fine. Not quite like a dome roof. I'm thinking more that we have like row of concrete on the inside, like so. That'll step in by 1 block. And then I'm gonna use purple glass as a demonstration. Well, actually, it could go on the top. Like that, and it slowly steps up. So, like at the back, just for an example, we went up 8. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to the portal. And then we've got, just for argument's sake, the copper, which needs to wrap all the way around. So that's how high the copper at the back is going to be. And then we've got 16 on top of the copper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 on top of the copper. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 to there. That comes in by 1. That has glass on it. And from there to there, it steps down. All the way down to each other. So I don't know how steep I need to make this. Probably like 2 up 1. No. Yeah. That kind of meets at the top. Alright, it's not lined up, but that's fine. It won't be exactly like this either, because obviously I need to make it so it kind of meets all the way around. So it's going to be a very, very tricky roof to put on this thing. And that's just about actually spot on. Difference is that one's going to be one higher. So actually what's going to have to happen at the end is that's going to have to do that. That's going to be concrete there. Oh, no, that's going down, not up. So actually that's going to be the other way. That's going to be concrete there. So actually it ends there on that one. So then this one's going to come out. Something like that is what I'm looking at. Mickey, welcome in. How you doing? It's going to have like a collage of glass going on the top. It's going to be kind of awesome, but obviously very, very tricky to put together and make it not mess up. And actually, I think I've done it. I think that's actually going to be fine. The problem is, that's fine, but then that's sat back one. And actually, at the front, that needs to be at the same. So it's going to do that. And then obviously at the front, it's going to come up. So what's going to happen? It is going to be quite annoying because that's going to start one higher. So what's going to happen is going to have to start higher down up here and then start lower up the top. It's going to be a dome, but it's going to be a really, really inverted, messed up dome if I do it that way. Or what I could do is just bring this up to meet that and have that all the same level. That would probably be make life a lot easier than trying to figure that out. I think that roof's going to be far too hard to figure out. Bearing in mind, this is going to wrap all the way around, so it's going to be up, like, that's going to be that level, that's going to be down there, and that's going to go all the way up. Whereas if I just bring this to meet that, it's going to make my life a lot easier, but still be glass. Still glass would be good. And purple glass would probably be really cool. But then if I do purple glass, what I could do, if I just delete this bit here. And let's go up to meet that level, which I don't know what Y level that is. Pretty taller, whatever it is. Right, this is 123. So let's go to 123 for that. Alright, so that's 123. So 122, we can put that in place. And that can go around the entire interior of the build. And then we can have the glass just straight across it. And make it like a glass plate rather than that. And then we can go putting a secondary window in as well. So we can have the portal there. And then on this same wall, we can put another window in. But what we could do... Let's just delete this glass here. I don't like this glass being here anymore. That'll do. What we could do, if I do... So that's quite a big gap. So what I'm thinking is we can break it off... Could actually do it there. And then we could sink it in. And then on the inside of it, we could have a sunken layer of glass. And we can make that, for argument's sake, we've got 8 tall. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we'll have that on top of there. So that then has to match. Kind of like that, but that's then that doesn't have to go all the way up. That can close as it goes round. So what we can do, it's gonna be tricky, I think, but we can probably do it. Have this. We'd have this wrap around. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1. 1. 1. 1, 2. 3. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we come back to another 5. That's 3 and a 2. 3 1s. 2, 3. And that meets up with that, so that's close enough. Right. That's not exact, but it's close enough. I messed something up somewhere. It sticks out too far somewhere. But yeah, then if we do that, we can make that solid all the way above. Or we can do something else above it. We can bring another color of glass in. We don't have to have it all the same color. But either way, what we're going to do is we're going to do that, and then we're going to have this kind of do this on the inside. And then we'll have glass kind of filling the gaps. But ever decreasing as it goes round. And that would look really cool. And purple actually really offsets against this really nicely. And I actually really like that. The copper stands out really well. The cyan terracotta works good. The deep slate works good. Let's switch this out the purple down here, because I don't like this being green. Here are green. It was worth trying it out, but I don't like it. It's a very big project. Yeah, this is just the outside layer of it as well. This is just the outside build. I'm gonna have to figure out a starter build. Like, I don't know, find an island nearby. As I said earlier, like that over there will be perfect for this. Get myself some conduits together. I know T-Man turns off maps on this work on Slackville, so I'll get the cheesy X-ray pack out and I'll go find myself some conduits that way. So ignore all the little stripy ones. We're going to do 3 wide windows all the way across because they look good. But we can push that one in place there as well, can we? Gonna need a concrete maker and a massive mason. Yeah, probably. And a couple of dripstone caves in the deep slate. Because I actually did this, and I actually quite like how the bottom looks as well. And I'm growing on the copper. But if you're wondering why I want the window in the underground bit, it's because it's underground. That's all going to be clear water. Under here, this is the underground window. You're going to be able to see into the inside of the base. And you'll be able to see all the goings on of the inside of the base. On that level. And it's going to be really cool. But, yeah, I like how this looks. I really do. I like the idea of having the collapsing window at the top. That's really quite cool as well. Much better than this idea. This was an idea, but it's going to be far too complicated to get it right. Because you've got to be convex and converse at the same time while building it. And that's going to be nearly impossible to build. So I'm glad I've just changed my mind on that, and I'm glad I tested it first. But it's one of them builds that's not going to be an easy thing to build. That's awesome for nosy neighbours want to peek inside along. Yeah, that's what I don't mind nosy neighbours want to peek in, that's fine. But yeah, I like the idea of having that as a solid glass right across. I think overall that's gonna be a really good build. I want to let's get a bit more into it, because I'm kind of interested to see what this looks like when it's a bit further in. So let's get a bit more into this. Excuse me. Oh, because that one didn't come up, but that one did. Okay. So that needs to come up one. That needs to come up one. That doesn't. That can stay there. I'll be visiting for supplies. You can visit for supplies all you like. Let's go a little bit of light coming through with that as well. Why is that going down again? Oh, it's because that's the top block. That's fine. I might switch this out for bricks rather than the solid copper, because that's going to be a lot of work. And how many blocks did I decide this was in total? I can't remember how many blocks I had that now. Like 14? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It is 16. Where did I get 14 from? It is 16. Obviously, it's not going to go up quite that fast. I don't know why I've done that quite so fast. It's going to be the same as this. But it's going to go at the same level as the front. It's not going to go up higher than the front, faster than the front. It's not going to be possible to go up faster than that. If it don't go up at the same rate, it's going to be weird. It's going to be too sharp. And whatever I've got going on down there has to match up there, which can make it tricky for me. Shouldn't be too bad if you take apart a trial chamber or two, yeah. To be fair, if I find a dripstone cave and have fortune, I could probably do it very, very quickly. I can probably clear it out extremely quickly. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, where we should be at. The dimension may not be exactly the same as this either. It might be slightly a better circle, put it that way. But this is what it's going to be. I think it's going to be quite a nice like a modern-esque kind of build. But it's all one modern build rather than having multiples of the same. True, but then you have to smelt the copper as well. Yeah, once I've got a lava farm though, it doesn't really matter. Once I've got a super smelter and a lava farm, it doesn't matter. And this season, I'm making sure my super smelter is one of the first things I build. Just because it's going to be a pain in the butt if I don't build it first. Right, so these two both come to this height here. This comes up 1. And then that matches that one. And then comes up 1. And matches again. So easy to build this in creative, it's ridiculous, right? So I reserve the right to make any changes I deem fit to this build as I decide to build it, because I always end up making changes. Even when I do plan things ahead, like when I did last time I made a plan for a build, I actually planned the original Slackville Forever build that I did, the mansion. And I ended up making quite a few changes to that after I planned it, because that's just how I do. But yeah, I'm pretty sure going early game, it's going to be a lot easier for me to just find a thick dripstone cave and smelt some more, to be honest. Actually, 1 higher. And then we drop in. Actually, building with the glass at the same time makes it a lot easier to build. That's so good. That looks so good. Oh, you know what might look better with that? Tinted glass and put a mob farm in there. Or I could build a mob farm on the inside. I could loot... Oh, that would be so cool. Having the glass there. And then having the mob farm in the middle of that. Under the glass. That'd be so good. That'd be so good. And that'll seal it off there. And it's going to be about halfway around the build. I'm gonna have to put some windows and stuff in here as well. I'm going to figure out how to get some windows and stuff in other than these. Although to be fair, the portal there and the massive window there, does look kind of good. All right, let's get some more of this in. I'm kind of excited to see what it looks like with a bit more done. Kind of got to change the angle slightly with this actually, because obviously it doesn't quite. Where I'm cutting in one, obviously got two there. It's only one there before it steps up again. So I'm gonna have to try and take that into account as well. It's actually gonna be a extra step in places, but as long as I can make it work, it'll be all right. I'm gonna make that a 2 there. Then that can be. Yeah, it does get a bit tricky when you get to that point. Not the same as that one. That goes up one. That goes the same as that one. Up one. Yeah, I can still make it work. It still works. It just means that there's gonna have one single block lift somewhere. How did I rectify that over there? I just left it the same. Okay, so I had 3 the same over that side instead of doing. That lifted, and these 2 stayed the same and it lifted on that one. I've done it different on both sides now. I can't figure out what I've done different. 4 3 2 2 4 3 2 2 2 2. What I'd done on the other side, I'd blocked them out, put those in. Just to make it a bit easier to deal with. And then that one came up. Like so. Didn't take that bit into account. To be tricky getting that bit in and make it work because of the fact that it's one block narrower. I just thought something really cool to go on top of this thing, but I don't think it's going to work. As in, I don't know if I can build it. Because of the colour variation I'm going with, I could put a dragon on top of it. So why put the glass there for? See, that's where I messed up that corner there. And not too many up here. I went out 3 and I should have gone out 2. But yeah, that's where I messed up there. That's supposed to be... white, which means that's supposed to be black. There we go. That's the way to fix it. That's be one block inside the others. But actually, I measured that to what I did with the terracotta, not what I did to the glass, to the concrete. The concrete is one block less because it's one block inside of, so it can't be the same. But yes, that's what we're going to look like. That's kind of wow is all I can say to that right now. That's a really cool. That looks really cool. I don't know what I'm going to do on the top of this thing yet. I need to figure that bit out. Let's just put a little bit of the white concrete in. So we can figure out what we're going to do when we hit this level. But I can have multiple floors of this build as well. I just had an idea. It should fit. On the front bit of that, we can do something with that. Then that comes out one more. Right, let's try and keep it on brand a bit. Let's actually do something with my branding on it now, shall we? Bring that out to there, both sides, so then we'll have a look at the branding idea. We've got a big old white canvas up here to do something with, so we might as well do something with it, right? Well, Also, how long has it actually been raining for? Because it's been raining for a while on the stream now. One's lurking, so good. You like lurkers? Lurkers are good people. Hello, can I place blocks? Thank you. I like blocks being placed. Especially when I'm the one trying to place them. Right, I didn't go as far as that on the other side. Right, so, branding time. Let's have a look. I need to fill that other side now. I need to match it up or I'm not gonna be happy. It's gonna look weird. I'm only doing the front facade of this thing, but I still want it to look right. Oh, I mentioned the rain, it stops. So that's kind of cool. Then what I reckon we should do. I don't need that one sticking out the sides, do I? And that's too long. Let's get something a bit colourful. Alright, the creeper face, right? It's rude not to. Question is, am I going to do it that way, or am I going to do it this way? I actually kind of like that. Put your face on the top of the build. And then what we can do as well, we've got space for it. This is a 5, isn't it? Yeah. That works. That really works. I like that. Either that or I put the critter face down there above the portal and put the TL at the top. Either way, I need to put the black around the TL as well, because it looks better with the black around. Make it look like giant banners. There you go, that's on brand. It probably won't stay, but for now I quite like it. What do you think, guys? I quite like this build, I do. It's a bit different to what I normally do. It's massively different to what I normally do. I did do a process check, I promise. I need to extend the black around the letters a bit more. Come on, man, hydrating. Again. Quite warm in here today. So we got the glass roof on it. We got the Guardian farm underneath. We got multiple layers inside. So that's gonna be a floor there. We'll have another floor here. Probably have another floor above that as well. And floor below, floor below, floor below. So it's gonna be a lot going on this build, and I want to put statues in the corners or something similar. I think statues in the corners would look quite good. Also, I'm looking at that, thinking that needs pulling forward a block. Rather than being a block set back, we need to pull that forward there. Can I stop misplacing? Being creative, I shouldn't be able to misplacing creative. Like we're being creative. Yeah, I can one block further out. It's out on top of there instead of on the side of. That looks way better like that as well. So yeah, that's what we're gonna go with. That's something close to what we're gonna go with. Lots more progression needs to be done on it, obviously. I need to figure out interiors. I need to get myself some conduit so I can do the old, actually be able to fight the Guardians without dying every 30 seconds would be nice. But given what the time is, I think I'm going to end it. I think